Hi, my name is Dylan Wilburton, and this is my job tour on Bertucci's Italian Restaurant. We're located at 625 Cross Keys Road in Sicklerville, New Jersey, which is in Gloucester County. And it's kind of on the border between Washington Township and Winslow for anyone who's local in the area. Bertucci's is owned and operated by Jacobson Partners. It has stores pretty much all the way in Massachusetts down to North Carolina, so it's a regional chain. The concept is a Tuscan Italian. It's pretty much the same for every single Bertucci's. It is family dining, so you are going to find kids menus as well as a full wine list and regular menu. Everyone eats when they come to our table is the motto that we use, stressing just that everyone's going to find something to eat, whether it be, like I said, kids all the way up to adults. What my job entails, yes, I'm a server on paper. We do try to do more than that. We try to be entertainers just because it's going to help you out when they finally, write their tip at the end of their meal. You don't want to just be your run-of-the-mill server because it's not going to help you. It's not going to benefit the restaurant. You want to make sure they have a really good experience at the establishment in which you're at. Some of what I do, I train a lot of the new people just because a lot of the servers are college kids, including myself. However, I live a lot closer to the restaurant, so I can drive back and forth to school. So I've consistently been there the longest right now. So my manager, wants me to train all the new kids that come in, just because I have the most experience with doing side work and making sure the restaurants run the right way. Some of the other things I do floor charts with my manager. So when I come in, I'll generally make the floor chart for the night or the afternoon, depending upon what shift I'm working. So I'll designate each person to a section and kind of make the seating chart list based on seniority. So that the people that have been there longest will be sat first. And we'll go down from there. Give wine pairing recommendations. So each night we'll have a wine that we're featuring. So each server will bring wine to the table. Letting the guests know what we're featuring that night. Describe the wine. Let them know what it pairs with. You want to try and sell it as best you can. And if they do have any questions about it or what food they should pair it with, generally everyone, including myself, is pretty knowledgeable about wine pairings. And what goes good with what. This is the restaurant layout. So on the left-hand side, we have the patio section, which is the outside section. Going in from there, we have the 200s and the 100s. The 100s there at the top, 103, 102, and 101, are just high top tables. We generally don't use them that much, but we do use the bar in the 200s. The bartender, if it's an afternoon and it's not too busy, he'll generally have the entire bartending section. And then the 200s, just to give them a chance, or give a chance to make a little bit more money. However, if it is a night, it can get a little bit busy because the bartender is making drinks for the entire restaurant and every single server. So we'll have two people, either one in bar and one in the 200s. Going right from there, we're going to the top, which is the 20s and 30s. These are the two closing sections. So whoever's in these two sections, these are your closers for the night. So every other server must go to these two people to ensure that everything is done before they leave the restaurant. Those are the 20s and 30s, and the bottom is the 40s and 50s. And to the right from there are the 80s and the 90s. We generally don't use that too much. It's just if someone has a birthday and they have a lot of kids, or if they have a big party in general, that's when we'll use that. This is the seating chart. This is our rotation too as well. So as you can see at the top is Jenna, Shan, Billy, and Sid. This is definitely at one shift, probably early lunch as well, just because we don't have that many servers on right now. So you can see Jenna has 5 tables. Pretty much everyone has that right now. So judging by this chart, Jenna would be up next again, and it'll go down from there. These are some of the sections that I took pictures of. At the bottom, we have the 40s and 50s. On the right-hand side, we have the 20s and 30s. On the left-hand side, the tables on the bottom are the 50s. So it goes from 51 all the way up to 57. And then we have 41 all the way up to 45. And in the 20s and 30s, we have 21 all the way down to 27 on that left-hand side, and 31 to 35. So like I said, those two sections, those are the closing sections. So we'll divide that in half for whoever has the back of that section and whoever has the front. This is the bar, so just a standard U-shaped bar with 2 TVs in the front. We'll generally have whatever games are on that day, especially there's a lot of Philly fans in the area, so we'll have either Eagles, Flyers, or Phillies, whatever's on at that current time. And also, if you see on the right hand side there, the people sitting there, that's the 200th that I told you guys about. So if it's not too busy, we'll generally have the bartender working that section as well. Like I said, just give them the opportunity to make a little bit more money because it can get a little slow. Generally in the early afternoon, after we have like a lunch shift or a lunch rush, so between lunch and dinner, we'll generally extend that section out to the bartender. This is our scheduling. It's kind of cool, honestly. I like it just because there's not a lot of complications, just because it's all online. So on the right-hand side here, this is the schedule that we have for the week, and this is just on an app on my phone. It's called Hot Schedules. So the manager will make the schedule for the week. Each day, you'll have a PM shift and an AM shift, and you can check to see who's working each shift. However, if you don't want to work a shift, on the left-hand side here, you can see I didn't want to work my Friday shift, which is November 4th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. So I released it, and when I released my shift, everyone that's working in the restaurant currently will be able to get a notification on their phone or on their computer saying, Dylan released his shift, and you can pick it up if you want. That's how pretty much we get people to work for each other, or if they're sick or they have some other obligation. That's how we go about it. There's no going up to your manager saying, I can't work so-and-so day, can you get someone to cover for me? It's strictly all online. However, if someone doesn't pick up your shift by the time that your shift is coming up, you are responsible for it still, so you'll have to either work it or work something out with the manager special. But usually you are entitled to work for the shift that you're scheduled for. The POS system that we use is Micros. I know a lot of restaurants use this. In my opinion, it's the easiest. It's pretty self-explanatory and prompts you each time you click a button. So it took me about 2 days to learn this. This is a sample check that I had for $70.95, so about $71. In the middle there, all the blue buttons, just the category for everything. So dessert, kids menu or lunch menu, starters and sides, entrees, pasta. Everything's alphabetical order when you click it, so you'll be able to find it pretty quick. The 3 green buttons on the left-hand side, send, 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 and print, are just you're either printing a receipt, you're sending this receipt to the expo station for the food to be made, or you're going to print the receipt to give to the guests when they're finished and they're ready to pay. Our brick oven pizza, this is kind of what sets us apart from other pizza shops. It gives it a little bit of a more Italian feel. The pizza will come out of the brick oven there, and it'll get plated at the bottom where those 3 metal trays are for the servers to cut the plate. The Expo grill and salad and pasta stations. Pasta's on the right-hand side there, grill and salad in the back, and the Expo stations are right down here at the bottom. This is where my manager, Dawn, she can see her at the end there, the short woman, she'll sit and she'll call for tickets and food to be made, and then servers will pick it up right there to be taken to the table. It's our coffee tea section, so this is where all the beverages are made, coffee, tea, sodas, water, Shirley Temples, non-alcoholic drinks, and then our dessert is all the way at the end down there. This is the line from the cook's perspective, and some of the lingo that they use like Dawn, my manager, she'll call for in the expo line, she'll say sell, if she's selling a certain ticket, so that was the cooks know to start making that food or start plating that food so a server can take it to the table. App up just simply means appetizer is up and ready to be brought to the table. Heard is just pretty much another word for okay, got it, I understand. Behind is something we use server to server just to make sure there's no one collides with each other and walking back and forth and someone has their back turned. On the fly means the food forgot to be rang in and they need to rush it pretty much. They put it in front of all the other food so that it comes out with minimal kind of dead time where the customer is waiting over what the ticket time should be. Runner is just the server that is running the food to the table, and food in the window just means there's food up sitting on top of the expo station ready to be taken out. Our fresh dough daily, we make our own dough fresh every single day. On the right-hand side, we'll have someone here making the dough in the mornings before we open for the entire day, and we'll store it in the freezer there to the left. We pretty much will have rolls, pizza dough, anything at all that, our calzones is all made with our fresh dough. A lot of people like our rolls that we use. The person that's making the dough makes a lot of rolls for the entire day. And they are used just one a day, so we will, discard whatever waste that we do have. but we just like to make sure that they're fresh every single day. This is everybody's favorite, the side work. The cooks and the servers will all have their side work. This involves, for servers, folding boxes, doing silverware, cleaning the section that you served, and also cleaning the section in the kitchen, so coffee, tea, expo station, wrap dessert, pizza station, and it depends on what you're written down for that day. That's my job tour on Bertucci's. So I just want to thank you guys for listening, and if you do want to stop in, like I said, it's in Sicklerville, New Jersey, so there's a bunch of them around, so you can just Google it and find out which one's closest to you.